Hey guys, it's me, Poppy Rain here. I'm finally home from vacation. It is Saturday, July 8th. That's what day it is, yeah. Sorry, I had to think about that for a minute. And I wanted to give you an update. So I'm going to tell you an overview of the whole vacation because I really haven't filmed since my last update video. So I'm just going to give you a whole overview. So we left on July 3rd. My mom made this whole big deal because there's the wildfires in Canada and everything about how they were going to delay our plane this at the 3rd. Our plane was delayed when we left, but it was actually because of staffing issues. They didn't have any stewardesses in Tennessee. So we get to the airport. So we're supposed to leave at 11:30 to be to the airport by 1:08. It's about an hour and 17-minute drive. We leave late because we had to stop at Daddy's brother's because we had to go that way anyways to drop off the keys so that he could babysit and stuff. He was pet sitting. He came over almost every day for the animals. He ended up taking our dog. He ended up getting our packages for us. We really didn't get much mail while we were gone, other than my Temu packages that I showed you guys yesterday. Then we went and grabbed Taco Bell. I had really bad heartburn, so I ended up getting violently sick. After we had a fight with the kid, because the kid was dumb, and we go to the Taco Bell up near his brother's house. And we've only ever had to fight with them once. So, we did that. Then we got there. Didn't matter that we were late because TSA took 10 minutes. It was super quick. We get there. And we don't find out till, I want to say, about 11, or till about 2:30, that our plane's delayed. No notification, nothing. It's not showing up at the airport that the plane's delayed. So someone asked me about it, because they're like, oh, are you guys flying to Nashville? We're like, yeah. So, we go to fly. So, and they're like, oh, well, do you know anything about the delay? I'm like, no, I didn't even know there was a delay. So I look at the app. Sure enough, there's a delay. There's no delay listed anywhere else. So we're like, okay. No, nothing. We were supposed to leave we were supposed to board the plane at 3:08 to leave the airport by quarter to 5. Or quarter to 4, sorry. We didn't end up leaving till 5:02 our time. So just so you know, in New York, I don't get all the standard, mountain, and central, and Pacific, and all those time zones. I get those all confused. But New York is an hour ahead of Tennessee. So, like, right now it's 9:07 here in New York. It's 8:07 in Tennessee. So, whatever. I kind of want coffee. But I kind of don't want to. I'd have to brew coffee, and I kind of don't want to do that. Debating my life right now, guys. So, we do all that. We get there. They're like, yeah, whatever. So, we finally get there. Traxton actually did really good on the plane. He only cried the last, like, half hour on the plane. Because I don't know. Oh, I do have the picture. I mean, I guess I could make coffee. I do have the picture right here. And it is plugged in. Oh, I just don't have the correct lid for this. That's the only thing I'm missing is the lid to this piece. Because I have the rest of it. So, let's see, we'll make caramel pecan today. So I'm making this caramel pecan Great Value brand coffee. So we do that. So we finally get there. In New York, our airports are small enough here, because unless you go to the city and fly out of, I'm drawing a blank, what the airport is in New York City. But unless you unless you fly out of the airport in New York City, the rest of the airports in New York are small or medium size. So you enter and exit from one gate. I don't know about New York City. Have you ever been to New York City? Well, hold up. I've never been to the airport in New York City. Sorry. I've been in New York City. Well, we can understand that in Tennessee, they don't do that. You enter and exit from two separate sections. So, like, the top level is where you drop off. The bottom level is where you pick up. So we got a whole fight with my mom because we weren't understanding that. So I'm going to explain that to us. No, just recycle this. Whatever, I'll just use this cup sitting right here. So we did that. So we got a whole fight with my mom about that. She told me it was only like an hour. You guys can't even see me, sorry. Only like an hour and a half to her house. It's 2 hours to her house from the airport. So we drove the 2.5 hours to her house. Where's my measuring cups? Whatever. So we drove the 2.5 hours to her house. We get there. Well, we drop off her friend first. Daddy has to drive her truck. Daddy has to drive her truck from her friend's house, which is 10 minutes away from her house, to her house. Ew. This has been sitting up there for like ever and it's never been washed. So she does that. So we do that. I get to her house and I'm like, I don't have service. Because she's like, oh. Because she's like, call and let him know that I'll pick him up. Because she didn't want him driving up her driveway. Because her driveway is just unpaved, sketchy, like back road, bum poo dirt road. It's all uneven. There's big chunks of the road missing. Like, it's a mess. I'm like, I can't. I don't have service. So we get up to her house. We get up to the guest house. Still no service. Mom's like, okay, you'll probably have service at my house. So I'm fighting with the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi is really sketchy because she only pays for it to her house. She doesn't pay for Wi-Fi to the whole house. Just because it's so expensive. I don't know if I can use this without a tap. Probably can. So she does all that. Whatever. We go to her house, still no service. I get no service on her land whatsoever. I get SOS. So, sorry. This isn't working very well because I don't have the lid on it. So for some reason it's not lining up correctly. They don't have the correct lid for it. Can't find what Daddy did with it. It's gonna be extra light. Anyways, so yeah, so we go hang out at my mom's for a little bit. My mom doesn't make us dinner or anything. All she brings us is some snacks to eat, some sandwiches. So all I ate that day was a cupcake that I have to throw out, some, yeah, 2 tacos, and I ended up throwing one of them up. Oh, we ended up getting some snacks at the airport, which they charge you $10. They charge you $5 every time you use your card. They only charged me $10. So I used my card three times, which was $2.50 a piece for each little bag. And we bought 3 of them, one for each of us. So that was fun. And then I ate a tuna sandwich. That was all I ate. So then the next day so we get to the thing. We can't I'm struggling to get Wi-Fi. Daddy gets like 2 bars of service. I can't get, because everyone in town uses AT&T. Which is what my mom has, even though there's a T-Mobile store in town. Because now, mind you, my mom lives a half hour from town, right? Okay, so I'm gonna have to dump that. I just messed that up. So, anyways, yeah, to the fill lot. So, whatever. So, we can't get the AC to work. Then the pack and play doesn't want to hook up. So we barely ate anything Monday. Tuesday we get back. Tuesday, Bug wakes up with a really bad diaper rash. We say something to Mom about it. Oh, well, let's look up natural remedies. Let's use coconut oil. No, that's going to trap in the moisture. That's not what we want to do. So, Monday, and she didn't get the caffeine packets that I'd asked for Daddy. You guys know you've seen Daddy's caffeine packets that he drinks. My mom didn't think that she needed to get those for Daddy. So I'm like, no, we need the caffeine packets. So, and I needed something other than water. You said all you guys drink is water. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, no, I said we need caffeine packets because Daddy won't drink coffee. There's coffee and there's tea. And I'm like, he won't drink tea or coffee. I've already tried. So we get the caffeine packets. So we finally talking and taking us into town. She was a half hour from town after bitching and fighting with her about it. For caffeine packets and diaper cream. We each end up getting caffeine packets and diaper cream. We tried to go to, so she's like, oh, because she's like, oh, well, we can go to the movies. There was this movie called Sound of Freedom, which is about human trafficking. I thought I was going to be really bored. It was actually a better movie than I thought it was going to be. So then we go, yeah. So we see so we try and go to GameStop. They're closed for the holiday. So she's like, okay. She's like, well, we're coming in town tomorrow. We'll go tomorrow when we come in town. Because I had to do my WIC appointment. My mom's trying to get out of bringing me to town. Because last week she had hurt her, she had hurt her knee trying to wrangle cows. Because my mom has a couple cows, I don't know how many, because we never saw them the whole time we were there. They were still missing. 3 sheep, about 20 or so chickens, and 3 cats. One that currently lives in the house with her, and then 2 other ones. So whatever. So we go see Sound of Freedom. Mom has to stand through most of the movie because Bug won't stop screaming because he was overtired and it was his nap time. It was close to bedtime because we left there because the movie was at 7 and he usually goes to bed between 8 and 9. So 7 o'clock her time. So 8 o'clock her time was 9 o'clock our time. So he was all off his schedule because he usually goes to bed. He usually takes a nap between 11:30 and 12. Because that's just how Daddy ended up working it out, which is how we do at daycare. They go to bed between 11:30 and 12 at daycare. Just depending on what time lunch is ready and stuff. Then we go see fireworks. Well, we try and go drive around and see some fireworks, so it's 4th of July, after we went to the movie. She's trying everything to get out of it. Oh, can you use roaming? No, roaming's only for international calling. Can you connect your T-Mobile phone to an AT&T tower? No. Can you do XYZ? No, Mom. None of this is going to work. Nothing you're asking me to do will work. Okay, whatever. Sorry, I'm going to hop on the computer for a minute while this is doing this. So, whatever. So, there's no solution to this problem, right? I'm like, no, the only thing is to come into town. Because if I miss this appointment, because I don't know, every state's different. Some will take you off partial WIC, some will take you off full WIC if you miss appointments. But because it was a recertification appointment, I was going to be canceled from WIC altogether, and then I would have to recertify and wouldn't get WIC till, let's see, it's July, so either August or September would be when I'd get WIC again. So, she's like, okay. So we go into town. Don't hit 70. Don't hit 750 something. I'm so confused. That's weird. Chris told me he only got 750 something. And his deposit clearly says he had 782. Huh. So, anyways. So we go into town. On our way into town, I finally get a little bit of service. I get the call for the initial appointment for all the paperwork junk, all the information and all that. Then they're running, they'd called me early. So I go for my initial appointment, whatever. So yeah. So then we go visit my mom's friend because she has a grievance gift for her. And she wants to meet Traxton because her grandson is actually 2 months younger than Traxton. His name's Braxton. So we go meet my mom's friend. This kid was apparently born with 2 teeth. We go, whatever. So okay, yeah. What was I saying? Sorry, I got sidetracked. Oh, so we were going on this trip. So then finally, while we're at her friend's, the nutritionist calls me. I do the rest of my WIC appointment, blah, 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 whatever. So I have WIC now, again. Then we go on this Amish tour. Okay. We go through the Amish shop. We do the Amish tour. Then we go through the Amish little shop that's connected to the campground. That's like across the street from where the Amish tours were. My mom borrowed some money to buy some plants that she wanted. I bought some green beans. My mom wanted an onion, so I bought her that. Then when we went into the shop, Daddy bought some chips. I bought some blueberry cheese, which I gave to my mom. It was weird. And some jerky. Then we went and had some barbecue that was just meh. Daddy had nachos. Bug shared with us. I had barbecue chicken, a hunk of cheddar cheese, and mac and cheese. My mom had ribs, coleslaw, and brisket. And then she bought Daddy some jerky, which he brought the rest of that home with him. Then we went and walked around the state park, but we really didn't do much. You guys would have seen some clips of like the waterfall and stuff. We were only in the park for maybe 15 minutes. My mom's knee was in a lot of pain. She couldn't really do much. So then she promised us Thursday, we could go shopping and stuff. But her knee was hurting really bad to set the 3rd, so because I wanted to go to they have one Goodwill in town I wanted to go to. They had a baby consignment store. I wanted to go to a kids consignment store. I guess it was kind of like a Once Upon a Child type deal. That I wanted to go to. Daddy wanted to go to, what do you call it? Never did. To GameStop. Because there wasn't really much in the town. I wanted to go to Marshall's because at home, our closest Marshall's is almost an hour away. So we didn't do that either. So we did none of those things today. Or so we didn't get to do any of those things. Because her town is really, like, the town outside where she lives is really small. The biggest store is Walmart. She said everyone uses AT&T, but I didn't see an AT&T store. I only saw a T-Mobile store. And it's all like fast food. Sonic, Dairy Queen, Hardee's, McDonald's, Long John Silver's. I can't remember what else. They had like 3 or 4 major restaurants. Only 2 of them were open. The one connected to the camp. The one next to the campsite was open, a little diner. And the place we went to, most things were closed. Because it was 4th of July week, so they take the whole week off 4th of July. Hold on, I'm gonna put some ice in the coffee. Make it true iced coffee. Then, what else did we do? Yeah. So we hung out in the guest house till about 1. Then we went up to her house. We did nothing from like 1 till whatever. Or we didn't start playing games till like 4 or 5 o'clock. We played Uno for a couple hours. That was really all we did. Why is there only 1 damn soda left? He never used this bottle that was sitting in the fridge. So, we really didn't do much of anything when we were down there. Whoops, I was going to grab ice. So overall, like, and then We got to the airport. Ended up getting my period. Had nothing for my period, so I had to makeshift it. Because the bathrooms down there didn't sell pads. And I didn't have any pads with me. Thankfully, I wasn't bleeding heavy. And then I had to wait till we got in the car to get ibuprofen, because thankfully Daddy carries ibuprofen in the car. So we did that. What else did we do? Trying to think. So yeah. Our plane was delayed a half hour. There was no record of it. So after we had gotten on the plane, was there any kind of record that our plane was delayed? Which was great. Literally did not show up anywhere. So that was lovely. Didn't show up anywhere that our plane was delayed. We ended up getting back into town. It was 5:45, I believe, when we got to my work to grab my paycheck, which we ran out of time to cash. I found out a whole bunch of drama about my work. I guess a lot happened while I was gone. My best friend Kelsey's going to be starting on the 17th. My other coworker finally got a start date, so she's taking a week off before she starts working at her new job. My other coworker got put on leave for reasons I don't want to say. So I don't know who's watching these videos. And then she, it was weird, because I go to look for her on Facebook, and her Facebook's gone. So I wanted to check up on her. But she's still on Instagram. I didn't even realize last thing she had posted on Instagram was from Bug's birthday party, so I don't really know. So yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that whole situation. That's a weird situation. And then what else happened? I'm trying to think what else happened. I think those are the only two things I know of that happened while I was gone. And I know another coworker's trying to leave at the end of summer. Another coworker's trying to leave. Nope, she really did delete her Facebook. Because only her old Facebook comes up. That's really bizarre. Okay, so I don't know. But I will have more videos coming for you guys. So yeah, what did we do? Oh yeah, and then after we did that, after we got my paycheck, we went to Daddy's brother's, to our old house, to get the dog, Daddy's keys, and the Temu packages. And then we stopped at Burger King, got some dinner, came home and hung out. And I made a video for you guys. But I do have more videos to make for you guys. Because I still have a bunch of dolls that I got for Christmas that I have not opened yet. I have 1 or 2 more of the super babies or whatever they're called, super cute. And then 2 or 3 more of the glitter babies. Which I only need 1 more to complete, 2 more to complete my set. Or is it 1? I can't remember, 1 or 2 more. And then I have to show you all the stuff we got on vacation, which really isn't that exciting. But anyways, I'm going to go. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye, guys.